Ninja Speedi versus Ninja Foodi. Let the bacon battle begin. Today's bacon battle will feature Hormel Black Label Applewood Thick Cut Bacon. What I'm going to be doing is putting 2 pieces of bacon into each device, trying to cook it for the approximate same amount of time, even though they are different devices, so I will have to adjust the time slightly. And in the end, we're going to taste the bacon, inspect the bacon, and we're going to see which machine cooked the bacon the best and more efficiently in the least amount of time. This is the bacon we'll be using. All of these pieces of bacon are cut in the same thickness, and they are approximately exactly the same length and width. They also have equal amounts of fat running through them. You can see these 3 here were pretty much cut from the same larger piece, and this one has about as much fat as those. We'll be cooking first off in the Ninja Foodi Smartlid, one lid, using the adjustable rack, although I'm not going to put the second piece on it. The reason I'm doing this is to get it up closer to the air fryer, just like in the Speedi. So if I were to use the basket that came with it, it would be cooking way down there somewhere. And this is going to get it a little closer to the air fryer to give us a better fair test. So that's how we're going to start it. Let's see if they fit. That will be the first test. How long will it take? Do I need to flip them? Will they get crisp? We're about to find out. We will be using straight up air fry mode in this test. Make sure your slider is all the way over to the right. And go ahead and turn your knob to air fry. And we will be taking the default on both devices. 390 will be the default on both devices. The time you can almost forget about. I think the Speedi is probably going to cook it faster because it's just going to be closer to the air fryer. But on the other hand, it might burn it up. Who knows? Well, let's find out. So obviously we'll be needing to check this frequently. And because we are doing an air fry versus any other mode, I am about 100% convinced I'm going to need to flip it, but I could be wrong, and that will be very interesting to see if we have to flip or not. We'll keep checking back for you. Alright, this is the 5-minute mark, exactly 5 minutes, and we want to take a look and see what's happening. So I can see right now we're getting a little curl, a little burnt edge. I'm going to just look at the back. Looks okay. And I'm going to let it be. And we're going to go probably 3 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. So we're going to keep checking. As this curls, it gets closer and closer to the air fryer, which means more and more burning. Maybe I should flip it to put the curl down. What do you think, guys? Now, whatever I do here, I'm going to do there. So we will flip it 5 minutes on the Speedi as well. Although obviously in the Speedi we will not be on a rack, we'll be on a solid plate. So there are going to be a couple differences. And we knew that going in. Let's continue. Alright, this is 8 minutes in, 3 minutes past the last one. And boom. So that is exactly 8 minutes in. And what we see here is a lot of shrinkage on that one, a lot of shrinkage. And I'm going to roll it again. We are getting almost there. Now I do notice the edge is getting a little darker than the rest, but we're just about there. We're going to go another, I think we're going to go 2 minutes now. We have reached the 10-minute mark. I think they're pretty much done. Could be a little crispier. But we're going to call it at 10 minutes because we want to get a comparison between times. The only thing we're going to do now is lay them out on a paper towel on a plate. Let them drain, even though there's very little grease because the grease is dripped down into the bottom of the pan. So, yeah, these are nice. Nicely cooked. Okay, 10 minutes. Ninja Foodi Smartlid. Power off. All right, let's see how we do in 10 minutes in the Speedi. Now we're in the Speedi. I had to turn them at an angle to make them fit. I didn't want them rubbing on the edges. I want to get a fair test as possible. Now, for this test, I want to make sure we're all clear on the rules. I will not flip it unless it needs to be flipped. I flipped the other one at 5 minutes and then at 3 minutes because it needed to be flipped. Because we're cooking on this rack here, solid, more or less solid rack, it may not need to be flipped at all. The time will remain the same though, 10 minutes. Let's go. Straight up air fry. If your lever on your Speedi is not already in the air fry position, flip it over. So it says air fry right there on the top. 390, air fry, start. When the counter hits 15 minutes, we're going to inspect them. If we need to flip them, we'll flip them. If not, we're going to go 3 and then 2 more, and then we're going to pull them for comparison. This is going to be a great test. And oh, by the way, I love bacon. So this bacon is going to not go to waste after the test. That is for sure. First 5 minutes is done. Wow, there's a difference I did not expect to see. Massive amounts of curling. I'm very surprised, very surprised. In fact, they just literally curled up on top of each other. So I'm not sure what to do about this. I don't know what to do, guys. What do? I kind of screwed up my test. I'm going to try to lay them out the best I can. Wow, they're just flipping over. I'm a little surprised. I'm a little shocked by what I'm seeing here. I'm doing my best to unroll them, but they're not cooperating. I know that's going to be crazy hot. Let me get my hand in there for a second. Wow, can't get it. All right. Well, the test is the test. There's not much I can do. I really would like to get that piece rolled back over because that's just rolled on top of itself. Okay, well, there's nothing I can do with that. This is the test. As good as I can get it. Back to it, guys. Back to it. Three more minutes. I don't know if there's going to be anything left after 3 minutes, but we'll see. So surprised. I was positive the Speedi was going to be the clear winner because of the flat metal rack. Very surprised to see the curl on that bacon. Alright, 3 more minutes has passed. Now, oh boy, they're even more curled. Boy, these things just walked themselves all the way across the tray here. I don't know what to do about this, except continue with the test. Wow, am I going to go 2 more minutes? I don't think there's going to be anything left here. We're going 2 more minutes, guys, because we got to know the answer to our question. Here we go. Okay, here we are at the 10-minute mark. Boom. I'm a little afraid to look, but here we go. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's what I was afraid of. Look at all the grease. Wow, what a difference. I can't wait to get these out on the plate and give them a taste test. We'll do that right now. As Ninja Foodi Smartlid on the wire rack, Ninja Speedi on its flat metal rack. Presentation is obvious. The Ninja Foodi wins hands down. The amount of grease that was left on the bacon itself, the Ninja Foodi wins hands down. for some reason, the grease did not drip down through the holes in its rack like it did over here on this rack. This had practically no grease on it, and this, as you saw in that last part of the video, was just covered in it. I have not patted them down. I haven't done anything. They are just sitting here and cooling. That's it. Crispness, we'll start with this one. Okay, it did not snap except on the edges snapped, and it's a little chewy, I guess is the right word, in the middle. Let's go for one of these if we can do it. This is from the Speedi. Okay, that had a little more snap to it, but and it's still a little tender in the middle. So it had a little more snap to the Speedi one. All right, I don't think I really need to do a taste test. These came out of the same brand spanking new package side by side. So I will taste them, but taste really has nothing to do with this test. It's how well did they cook? What do you want your plate to look like when you're serving your bacon and eggs in the morning? Do you want it to look like something like that? Particularly if you got company over, you got a nice big flat piece, or you got this crazy looking curly piece. Very surprised on how much the Speedi curled. I'm going to go ahead and call it for the Ninja Foodi as the winner of the bacon battle. I gave them the same amount of time under the same conditions. Tried to flip the Speedi the best I could, but that thing just curled up like a I don't know what. So just based on everything, including that grease factor, I like the Foodi Smartlid on the wire rack the best, and that is my final answer. All right, Ninja. I said I'd taste them, so here we go. Ninja. Which one is this? The Foodi Smartlid. You can hear it. Crisp. Nothing like air fried bacon, guys. It changes the flavor. That is so good. Okay. All right, this one is from the Speedi. Already you can see this is going to be a little more difficult to take a bite out of because it's just curling all over the place. But we're going to do our best. Not the same. Taste, of course, the same, but different texture. Because of the curl? Because of the amount of grease that got left? Not what I expected. Not the same. I'm going to go back to the Foodi real quick. This is the Foodi piece. Oh, that's way better. Interesting. There you have it. The bacon battle is over. Ninja Foodi Smartlid, clear winner in pretty much every single way. Thanks for watching. Now we know if you got 2 of these devices, or maybe even 3 or 4 of these devices laying around, go for the Foodi Smartlid to cook your bacon in. It's going to work out 100 times better. We'll see you soon on the next video.